Hello, this is part 3 of chapter 15. I am Mamurjan Rahimov. We're talking about retailing, wholesaling, and direct marketing. Now, this is a part about direct marketing. It's the use of telephone, internet, and non-personal media to introduce products to customers who can then purchase them via mail, telephone, or internet. This is non-store retailing, and sales in the United States amount to uh, almost $2 trillion per year. So, what is non-store retailing? The selling of product outside of the confines of a retail facility. So, it could be, uh, you know, office directly. They could reach your office. They could reach you at home. Um, this in Uzbekistan, this is not so well developed, but I have been offered several times by phone to buy water filters, high efficiency water filters, and also, high efficiency vacuum for my carpets. But so far, it didn't work on me because, those products they're trying to push are, very expensive. So I didn't consider those, and I went to regular retail stores and bought those things for my family. But in the U.S., in developed countries, there are many more types of companies which deal in this, indirect marketing. Catalogs are also tools for direct marketing. So companies can send catalogs by mail. You can actually look it up on the internet website of the company and or through social networks, and you can place an order whatever way is convenient for you. Earlier we talked about IKEA catalog, so our Russian postal office, using their network of offices all over Russia, they launched a few years ago postal market, right? It's like and they have catalog, paper catalog, which is available through postal offices all over Russia, which contain hundreds of items, and online catalog contains, of course, thousands of items which can be bought. And the great thing about this postal service market, is that you can imagine how huge Russia is, like 1/7 of the surface of land in the world. So it's a huge country, but the postal service of Russia delivers it anywhere in Russia for a fixed price. We shouldn't miss direct response marketing. TV is used often for direct response marketing, and usually they buy the slots late at night, the cheapest slots, and they push different. Usually they push some novel products, and give and try to get. They use psychological ways to get people pick up the phone, or go online and order right away, because many of their offers they last limited time only. Telemarketing is marketing products through telephone, and this is done both for in B2C markets and in B2B markets. Online retailing makes products available to buyers through computer connections. Now more people are, buying online through their smartphones. Even computers are, not so popular anymore in making our online placement. But now, as we saw in a previous topic, the companies have also, companies like Amazon, they have voice assistant, so you can place an order with a voice assistant. All right, now we turn to direct selling. Many companies they use this face-to-face presentation method at homes and workplaces. We had Herbalife in Uzbekistan before. I heard it is back now in the Uzbek market. But there are many, you know, um, women's personal care marketers, similar to Avon, Amway, and Natura. They come to people's homes and offices, and they try to market their products and give out samples. So this is also getting again more popular in Uzbekistan. Then vending machines are another tool for selling products 24/7. And what is new is that uh, companies are trying to, marketers are trying to sell more types of products and even services. For example, you could buy in many airports in around the world. You could buy a local SIM card for your phone at a vending machine. So pretty much it is automatic vending machine selling a service, right? SIM card is just access to the service. Uh, in some countries, they went so far as to sell gold of different sizes, so at vending machines. This one is an ATM machine in Dubai, where you can buy, you can insert different currencies and buy gold as an investment. Franchising is a popular way for uh, retailers to expand. For example, this Miniso stores. It's a Japanese chain of mixed goods stores. They're now expanding in Uzbekistan using franchising. Also, our KFC is expanding quite fast in Uzbekistan through franchising system. So these are top US franchisors and their startup cost. And of course, this is not most up to date, but you can look up this information on these companies' websites. So there are many advantages to franchisee. For example, as a local entrepreneur gets a franchise to open KFC or McDonald's, they're able to start the business with limited capital while receiving guidance and advice from the franchisor. Franchises are more successful and have lower failure rate compared to independent retail establishments because these franchises they have already an image which has been built over the years. And as for advantages for franchisor, the franchisor gains product distribution without the high cost of operating its own outlets. The franchisee is highly motivated to succeed, and success of franchise means higher income to the franchisor. And of course, we should look at the disadvantages as well. The franchisor can dictate many aspects of business and collects a percentage of the sales. Franchisees must work very hard, putting in 10 to 12-hour days, maybe even longer. And franchise agreements are not always uniform, which I saw with my own experience. Like I was working in a small franchise of fast food in the United States after my classes, and you know, in the franchise agreement there was a clause about not allowing new franchise stores, fast food stores, to open in 2 kilometer radius, but they made an exception for one franchisee, and it took at least half of the sales of the store which I was working in. and the owner of this store was very angry at the franchisors. So disadvantage for the franchisor gives up certain amount of control when entering into a franchise agreement. For example, training, you cannot save on training, so the company requires regular trainings for employees. They might include some things in the menu that is not popular in your particular district or area, and individual establishments may not be operated exactly to franchisor standards. For example, there were cases that at McDonald's, the coffee machines were dirty, so they didn't keep the coffee machine uh, interior and spotless. So, and it damaged the image of all other franchisees, which were doing their best. Now, I don't have much experience in wholesaling, but I had to deal with them in my business practice, in my uh, work practice in the United States and here as well. Uh, Wholesaling is transactions. That's the definition in which products are bought for resale, for making other products, or for general business operations. So wholesaling does not include exchanges with ultimate consumers. All right. So wholesaling is B2B. You deal with other businesses. So wholesalers are individual organizations, so they could be an individual dealing with wholesaling. For example, in Uzbekistan, there are wholesalers of sugar, wholesalers of tea, and these are individual entrepreneurs and organizations also that sell products that are bought for resale, for making other products, or for general business operations. In the US, there are more than 435,000 wholesaling establishments, and more than half of all products sold pass through these firms. What kind of services do they provide for customers? They serve as an extension of the producer's sales force and acts as conduit of information. They provide financial assistance, reduce the producer's expenses and inventory, and a source of working capital. As for their services for retailers, they assist with distribution component. As market specialists, helps retailers select inventory, reduces retailers' burden of looking for and coordinating supply sources. Wholesalers have a consistent, wide range of products. Wholesalers may engage in many supply chain management activities, including warehousing, inventory control, product handling, risk taking, market research, shipping, information system management, data processing, financing, and budgeting and promotion. So this is a value of wholesalers in the value chain. They can be classified by several criteria, whether they are independently owned or owned by a producer, whether or not they take title ownership of the products, the range of services they provide, and breadth and depth of their product lines. Using these criteria, we'll look at three different types of wholesaling establishments: merchant wholesalers, agents and brokers, manufacturers, sales branches, and offices. So, merchant wholesalers are independently owned businesses that take title to goods, assume ownership risks, and buy and resell products to other wholesalers, business customers, or retailers. Uh, they go by various names, including wholesaler, jobber, distributor, assembler, exporter, and importer. It's useful for providing market coverage, furnishing customer support, collecting market information, making sales contacts, handling orders, and storing the inventory. For example, when I was working in a convenience store in the United States while studying at a university, we had to deal. This is in Chicago. E.B. Brown. It's a wholesaler. They go to these small retailers and take orders to be delivered every week. So when they come, they take orders. They enter this into computers. So they, as it was said before, they become the agents of the producers. There are a limited line of wholesalers, full service wholesalers that carry only a few products lines, but many products within those lines. So, for example, only cigarettes, right, or only construction equipment. Now, the difference between agents and brokers is that agents they represent either buyer or seller in the marketplace, whereas brokers they do not represent anyone. They just are responsible for bringing interested parties together for making a deal. But they both negotiate purchases and expedite sales in exchange for a commission. People rely on them because of their knowledge of markets, and they enable manufacturers to expand sales when resources are limited. Last but not least, companies have sales branches. Their sales branches are manufacturer-owned intermediaries that sell products and provide support services to manufacturer sales force. And sales offices are also manufacturer-owned operations providing services normally associated with agents. For example, Karcher is a German producer of washing equipment, washing and cleaning equipment. So they work in B2B and they manufacture in Germany itself opens offices worldwide and in order to be closer to the market. Well, I guess this is it for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a great day.